extraordinary developments on the international political scene. We learned only last night of the death of the former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. Prime Minister from 1994 to 1995, 2001 to 2006 and 2008 to 2011. He died yesterday at the age of 86. His was a career beset with scandal, but his vitality and humour won him always the day. His death has shaken Italy and moved millions of Italians. He was one of the most dominant figures in Italy's post-war republic. Even the Milano prosecutor's office, to which Berlusconi gave a lot of work, paid its tribute, calling Berlusconi a man who marked the history of Italy. Perhaps his most bitter political rival was the former Italian Prime Minister and European Commission President Romano Prodi, who said, quote, "We represented different and opposing worlds, but our rivalry never turned into sentiments of animosity on a personal level, and the debate remained within the sphere of mutual respect," unquote. It is said that from 9:30 a.m. on Monday, Italian time, nobody in Italy spoke of anything other than Berlusconi's death. As the national newspaper La Repubblica wrote, "It's now difficult to imagine an Italy without Berlusconi. In the last 50 years," it said, "there hasn't been a day in which his name hasn't been mentioned on TV, in the newspapers, in Parliament, in bars and at the stadium." The paper in its editorial said, quote, "Everything about him was excessive. At one point, his popularity was such as to be identified as a symbol of the Italian around the world," unquote. Now, of course, there were other newspapers which underlined the other side of the Berlusconi coin, the judicial inquiries, shadows over his political career and questionable business dealings. As the former Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi said, "Loved by many and hated by many." But Berlusconi embodied, as one newspaper wrote, quote, "the stereotype of a certain type of Italian man, sexist, a womanizer, politically incorrect, lover of good food and football, and known for his vitality, friendliness, sociability and sense of humour." Interestingly, the Russian President Putin was among the first foreign head of state to pay his respects. He said, quote, "For me, Silvio is a dear person and a true friend. I've always sincerely admired his wisdom and his ability to make balanced, far-sighted decisions, even in the most difficult situations." Make of that what you will. In the 76 years since the creation of the Republic of Italy, there have been 30 male prime ministers. The current office holder, Giorgia Meloni, is the first female. Silvio Berlusconi died after being admitted to hospital with leukemia. He was being treated in intensive care for a lung infection at Milano's San Raffaele Hospital.